Good morning, Snippets. Alright, so I'm on my way to work right now. It is cold outside, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna survive, and I won't die, and it's going to all work out. Today should be an okay day. I don't actually have sing practice today, so I can take tonight to rest. Tonight, I think AMIV is getting together for dinner at Penland at 6:30, so that's the only thing I have planned for after class and work ends at 5. So I guess we'll just see what I end up doing today and tonight. It's the third day of class and I'm already running late for Korean, of course. I was editing ALAMAD and it took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but it's gonna be okay. Going to Korean, and I'll be going to Japanese theater, but I gotta run to class. I have my gift to give to Anne and Scott with me, so I have to carry this around all day, so that's nice and awkward. Let's just go have a good day in class, despite the fact that I'm gonna be late. Alright, so I'm out of my first two classes. Korean was fun. We talked about, we pretended like my birthday was last weekend. This is what I got for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. And then in my Japanese theater class, we spent most of the day just talking about like culture, because like half of my class is from a theater background and half of us are from a Japan background. So we spent today giving like an overview of like Japanese geography, language, culture, blah blah blah, just for the people that don't know much about Japan. And my last class of today was actually canceled, so I'm done with classes for the day. I actually left my gift that I have to take to Miss Anne and her husband in Old Main during Korean, so I'm going to pick that up right now, and then I'll be headed to Brooks for lunch to get with some friends and give Anne her gift, and etc. Oh my gosh, that was really awkward. I walked into the middle of a French class, which is where my Korean class was this morning, where I left my gift, and I walked in there, and I was like, French class, sumimasen, and I was like, man, hamnida, and grabbed the gift, and then I walked out. Now I'm on my way to Brooks to go eat lunch, deliver the gift, etc. Alright, so I just had lunch, and I grabbed a coffee from the JCR. Oh shoot, I'm spilling. But now I am conflicted. So my class this afternoon got canceled because I told you like my teacher hadn't been cleared for like security checks or whatever. But he emailed us a couple minutes ago saying that he got like a temporary teaching pass, so we're having class again today. He said it's not mandatory because he already canceled class, so some people might not be available. And I'm debating whether I should go because we're having a Korean field trip on Friday that's during work, and I'd like to be able to go, but I need the hours. Like if I work enough ahead of time early in the week, I can take off Friday afternoon. I also really want to go to class so I can meet the professor, and I feel like most people are going to go to this class anyway because it's like a senior level class. I don't know. I'm going to debate that, but I'm spilling coffee everywhere. I'm at work, so I'll be here for at least an hour. I'll see what decision I end up making. Okay guys, I'm going to be a good hakuseng and go to class. I know that I should, so I'm leaving the office now. I'm going to go to class, and I think I found a partner for one of my projects in this class, so that's nice. So I guess we'll just see how it goes now that the professor is finally back to teach. Alright, so it is 3:45 as the bells are indicating, and I'm just now getting out of my linguistics class. This is the latest that I've ever gotten out of a class ever. Well, high school, but you know, whatever. This is the latest I've ever gotten out of a class in college, because my whole freshman year I only had morning classes, and the sophomore year I pretty much only had morning classes. Well, okay, that's a lie. My sophomore year I had one class from like 5 to technically 7:45, but I don't count that class. So anyway, it was good. I think that I'm really gonna find what we talk about interesting. We're talking about like morphosyntax and things like that, and lots of linguistics terms that I'll get acquainted with. But right now I'm headed back to work. I'll be at work until 5 and then figure out what to do with the rest of my evening. Alright, I've just gotten off of work. While I was at work, I just did a couple of like random things. Like I did like some stuff for class, and then I was doing some, just like a weird variety of things. I can't even remember like all that I was doing. I also watched a video on why South Koreans are some of the smartest people in the world because they go to school like all the time. I'm headed back to Brooks. I need to go wrap Marley and Meredith's gifts and give them to them, and then I'll be going to dinner at 5:30 with friends, and then 6:30 with AMIV. So dinner twice, but I never use all my swipes anyway, so why does it matter? Alright, so I just finished wrapping Marley and Meredith's gifts. I'm about to go deliver those, and then I'll come back and wrap Sarah's. I think I'm going to try and wrap Sarah's before I go to AMIV dinner, and then I'm going to actually just try and wrap all the ones that I have done. I mean, there's some things that I haven't even made yet for gifts, so that's a problem. But I think I'm going to take tonight and try and get a lot of that taken care of, so I can just get it done. Okay, so I went and delivered Marley and Meredith's gifts. I came back to my room and I'm about to leave for dinner with AMIV. I wrapped Sarah's gift, but okay, so the gift I got her was like the coffee things, like that you like hang on the wall, but it was just barely it's too small or too big for the boxes that I had, so I ended up having to use this giant bag. Like, I'm gonna stand next to it for scale of like just how big it is. Like, I'm pretty tall and it like comes up to almost the top of my waist. Like, it's a really tall bag. So I'm gonna take that to dinner and give it to Sarah, and then we're going to eat. Yeah, there's Sarah. She's like, where are you? So, gotta go now. Okay, so I got back from dinner, which was fine, and I just finished wrapping my Christmas gifts for some more friends. There's Nami, Sky, Josh, Ani, and Juno, and I got theirs wrapped and done. I'm about to go deliver these gifts. I was actually just practicing part of my dance for sing, so I'm out of breath. But I'm gonna go deliver these gifts and then come back and do the little homework that I have, and then watch Once Upon a Time, and then go to bed. It's almost 9:30, so that'll just about do it for my day pretty soon. Okay, well, I just watched an episode of Once Upon a Time, and well, I finished delivering all the gifts, and I came back and watched Once Upon a Time, and now I think I need to go to sleep. I've got a lot going on in my head, and I just kind of don't want to be thinking about it anymore, so I'm just gonna go to sleep instead. So I will see you guys tomorrow for at least another minute. Good night. As I was pulling out of the garage, I was like, I hope we don't get into any accidents today. And then as I was pulling down, like driving down the garage, to keep a long story short, like this is